guys, my name is Spencer Coffman. Thank you for watching the Deception Tips videos. They're all about teaching you how to read people and detect deception so that you will be able to tell if someone is lying to you. Today we are going to talk about a cool tip that is related to specific areas of the body that it will just happen, and things that you see will be a part of these signs. Keep in mind that you are learning a lot more about all of the different areas of the body and the different signs that are happening, and you're putting together patterns and clusters of behavior so that you will be certain when someone is lying to you, because no specific sign is good enough to be that comprehensive and that conclusive to tell you that someone is indeed telling a lie. You need more support. There needs to be firm evidence that they are indeed lying. You can't just go up to any single person and say, well, you folded your arms, you're lying, or you did this, you're lying, or you were bouncing your legs, so you're lying, or any of these other tips that we've covered, because they aren't conclusive enough. You need to watch for the patterns and clusters of behavior. So here it is. This is deception tip number 48. A behavior indicative of lying is when a person gives a slight shoulder shrug when answering a question. So this one hopefully kind of jogs your memory from one long ago about symmetrical gestures in deception tip number 16, because this is a slight shoulder shrug, which means it's typically one shoulder. It would be one-sided, whether it's one side or the other, it's not both. So the gesture isn't symmetrical. Now, what we learned about back then was that gestures, when they're truthful, they are symmetrical. Reason being is because they are controlled by both sides of the brain. And remember, the brain is contralaterally related to the body, so the right controls the left controls the right, etc. When they are communicating with each other properly and truthfully, you'll see the gestures happen on both sides of the body. Kind of like if you've been watching the gestures that I've been doing in this video, it's with both hands, and they happen at the same time. Notice when I said the word both, my hands went together, so I was like both. And it kind of was symmetrical with the sides of the body and with the speech, or congruent with speech. Speech and body language were symmetrical, congruent, simultaneous, all of those things. We've got a number of different tips with all of those different words. So that's something to pay attention to, because we're talking about a slight shoulder shrug today. So it's with one shoulder than the other. This kind of means that someone really doesn't fully believe what they're saying. They're kind of half confident. Think about what a shoulder shrug means. So if I ask you a question, where were you yesterday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m.? And if you don't know, what are you going to do? Chances are, I don't know, you shrug your shoulders. When you shrug your shoulders, you're shrugging them both. Why do you shrug them both? Because you don't know. It's the truth. You don't know. You don't know off the top of your head. Of course you know. You just have to think about it and kind of remember and jog your memory on what you were doing and think about it. It's not right there on the tip of your tongue. You don't know at that instant. So when you said you don't know and you shrugged both shoulders, you really didn't know. It was a truthful gesture. However, let's say that you do kind of know. You remembered, but you just don't want to tell them. You might say, I don't know, and you shrug one shoulder. In addition, remember that all of these behaviors and gestures, etc., it's never just one sign when someone's lying, because the conscious and the unconscious are fighting. It's a head-to-head battle. The unconscious is pushing all of these nonverbal and verbal signs of deception, this leakage, out. The conscious is trying to stifle it. Therefore, you're going to see more than one sign. So with this behavior in particular, you may see that slight shoulder shrug. You may also see one hand go upward, because in a typical shoulder shrug, someone may shrug their shoulders and have both hands, like I don't know, and they'll see both palms upward. In this particular tip, you may see one hand go, and it'll be the same side of the body, so if their right shoulder goes up, their right hand may also go up. You may also see other tips or patterns or clusters bundled in with that, but keep in mind, anything that you see that is not symmetrical or congruent, it generally means something's going on. Something isn't fully believed. Whether they are halfway believing it or not, it is half confidence in what they're saying. And that is what this tip means. They aren't fully confident in the fact of whatever they're saying. So whether they're saying they don't know or whether they're making a statement, with that slight shoulder shrug, it means they don't fully believe whatever it is they are saying. So if this is your first time watching these videos, I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Feel free to comment with any questions you may have. Also, if you'd like more information, we've got books, blog posts, and podcasts all available on SpencerCoffman.com that are all dedicated to teaching you exactly what everybody is saying. Until next time.